strange virus suddenly started spreading across America. The virus turned people into dangerous zombies, and millions of people were dying every day. Some believed the virus came from China, while others thought it was a punishment from God for the bad things people were doing. To stop the virus, the government tried many things like destroying a city full of zombies. But the number of infected people kept growing. Eventually, the government built a tall wall around the areas with zombies, calling it the quarantine zone. They also formed a special team to hunt zombies outside the zone and rescue any survivors. One day, a little girl came home to find her house in chaos, and her parents were missing. Feeling alone, she turned on the TV to watch a show called Re-Kill, where a special SWAT team called Our Division was hunting zombies outside the quarantine zone. At that time, the host named Erica Hamilton said they were checking out a shopping mall after hearing about a zombie attack nearby. There, they saw a lot of things scatter on the road, and they kept hearing screams, showing that the situation was really bad. Then, out of nowhere, a baby carriage rolled by itself, followed by zombies attacking from all directions. The special forces quickly started shooting at the zombies. When one of their team members got bitten, they had to shoot him right away, because if you're bitten, you have less than a minute before you turn into a full zombie. After a while, they found a police officer who was still alive. But suddenly, hundreds of zombies came out from behind him and started attacking. Zombies were coming from all sides, forcing Erica and one of the Special Forces members to run away in a car. Even though they escaped, the cameraman who was with Erica had been bitten by a zombie. In the end, Erica was also bitten and had to be shot by the Special Forces to stop her from turning into a zombie. A few days later, the Special Forces managed to take down all the zombies at the shopping mall. They reported that there were at least 152 people who died in the incident, including 8 members of our division and Erica Hamilton. Soon after, the government sent more help to clean up the area, and the news reported that about 480 zombies were killed by the Special Forces. This was one of the worst tragedies our division had ever faced, so they promised to keep fighting harder to prevent something like this from happening again. Meanwhile, at the R Division headquarters, the team was getting ready for their next mission. A new host named Jimmy was trying to interview some of the team members. He first talked to Tom Falkirk, a new member of the division. Another person in the team was Alex Winston, the only survivor from the shopping center incident. Alex believed that the zombie virus outbreak was a punishment from God. Jimmy then introduced the only girl in Team 8, Rose Matthews. She used to be a nurse and worked with her husband, but after her husband died because of the zombie virus, she joined the Special Forces to fight and destroy all the zombies. And another team member, Omar Hernandez, used to be an ordinary person. He was arrested for looting a store near the quarantine zone. Omar was given 2 choices: spend 15 years in prison or join the R Division for 2 years. Next, there was Trent Parker, a former soldier who had served in places like Afghanistan, Iran, and Pakistan, giving him more experience than most of the team. At that time, Mike and Gwen, from another country, had to join our division to get permission to live in America. The leader of Team 8, Sarge, explained that he joined the division to help stop the zombie virus and end this terrible outbreak. Once everyone was ready, they got into a truck and headed to a farm far from the city. They had received reports from people saying that a group was hiding zombies there. When they arrived, someone in the house started shooting at them, and a gunfight broke out. In the end, Sarge and the team were able to stop one of the attackers. When they checked the cage, the team found out that the people inside were not zombies, but regular humans. Sarge forced one of them to explain what was going on. The man admitted that he had hidden his zombified brother in the attic because he believed his brother could still be cured. Hearing this, our division wasted no time and went into the house to find the zombie. But since the room was really dark, they had a hard time catching it. At one point, the zombie even bit Tom's hand. Even so, Sarge was stronger and quickly took down the zombie in one hit. Afterward, Sarge called for the cleanup team to take care of the zombie's body, as well as Tom, who had sadly passed away. Later, as Team 8 was heading back to their base, they got a message from headquarters. There was a container truck nearby that was suspected of carrying zombies. Sarge and the others were told to check it out. Soon after, they quickly went to the location and found the truck. They blocked it and asked the driver what he was transporting. At first, the driver said he was only delivering a DVD player to the city. But when they opened the container, dozens of zombies came out and started attacking them, causing chaos everywhere. At that time, their division struggled to deal with the huge number of zombies. But after Sarge fired an RPG at the container, they were able to stop the zombies. To make sure they wouldn't come back, Sarge and the others had to shoot the zombies in the head, one by one. They couldn't afford to miss even one zombie, because if they did, the same disaster that happened 5 years ago in the quarantine zone could happen again. Some people who survived the quarantine zone said that the zombie virus spread really fast. In just a few minutes, almost everyone in the city became zombies. Ever since the government built a huge wall around the quarantine zone, no one is allowed to go inside except military personnel. Because of this, people don't really know if there are still thousands of zombies there or not. One day, when our division returned to their base, the cleanup team noticed a wound on Wen's hand. They had to take him to a quarantine room for 24 hours to make sure he wasn't infected. Meanwhile, the officers were questioning the driver of the container truck, and they learned about a group of people called the Judas Project. This group was trying to study zombies, and they were working inside the quarantine zone. After learning this, the government decided to send Team 8 from our division into the quarantine zone to find out more about the Judas Project. But Sarge didn't want to go because he knew how dangerous the quarantine zone was. All of Sarge's family members had died there. When Jimmy asked Rose about Sarge's past, Rose explained that Sarge wasn't a soldier before. He was just a regular store manager who had never even held a weapon. When the zombie virus started spreading through the city, Sarge and his family hid in a small store to survive. But as their food and supplies ran low, Sarge had to leave to find more. When Sarge came back, he was shocked to find that his wife and child had been bitten by zombies. Heartbroken, he was forced to end their lives. Somehow, Sarge managed to escape the quarantine zone alive. After that, he decided to join our division to take revenge on the zombies. Even though he is strong, Sarge still feels scared and traumatized by what happened in the quarantine zone, making him afraid to return. But he couldn't refuse his orders, so Team 8 was sent into the quarantine zone to gather information about the Judas Project. While they were there, Alex mentioned that he had read something about the Judas Project before. The project was said to be trying to create a zombie that was even stronger than the others. Before Team 8, another division team had been sent into the quarantine zone, but they never returned. After entering the quarantine zone, they saw many human bodies lying on the ground. Among them, they found a name tag that said Judas Project, proving that the project was real. They continued walking and reached a dark hallway. Suddenly, zombies attacked them from all sides, and they had no choice but to fight back. After defeating the zombies, they realized too late that Parker had been bitten. When Adam, one of the Quiet members, tried to shoot Parker to stop him from turning into a zombie, Parker shot Adam first, and both of them died. But then, the noise from their gunfire attracted more zombies, so Sarge quickly told the team to leave before they got surrounded. As they moved further, they found many bodies without legs. Sarge warned the team to be careful of little zombies, as those types only ate people's legs. Afterward, one of them opened a cupboard, and a group of little zombies jumped out, attacking them. These small zombies were fast, making it hard for the team to fight them. During the fight, Alex got bitten on the leg. Knowing he wouldn't make it, Alex told the others to leave while he distracted the little zombies. He planned to blow them all up with him to protect the team. Realizing they were running out of people, Rose told Jimmy to grab Alex's gun in case they needed more help against the zombies. As they tried to escape, fire zombies started chasing them from behind. On top of that, the noise from their gunfire attracted hundreds of other zombies from different directions, forcing them to fight. But the zombies just kept coming, so Sarge told his team to head back into the building and look for another way out. Unfortunately, during the chaos, Omar couldn't escape and was attacked by 2 fire zombies. When they reached the end of a hallway, Sarge saw that the door was locked. Feeling hopeless, Sarge and Rose started taking off their gear, thinking this would be their last mission. Suddenly, a man opened the door and told them to hurry inside before the zombies got to them. The man, named Langford, led Sarge and the team to what looked like a laboratory that belonged to the Judas Project. There, Langford explained that he used to work at the Judas Project. He told them that the goal of the project wasn't to do something evil, but to create new zombies that could fight against other zombies. Unfortunately, the experiment went wrong when one of the zombies, named Elvis, turned against the scientists. Worse, the Elvis zombie was much smarter than regular zombies and even formed a group of zombies that Langford called the Army of the Dead. Langford was worried that if they left the Elvis zombie alone for too long, Elvis might build a bigger zombie army to attack humans. What they didn't know at first was that the zombies in the container truck were actually sent by Elvis on purpose. Realizing the danger, Jimmy planned to use a drone to send their video footage out and warn people about Elvis and the zombie army so that they could escape the building first. Langford then tried to lead them through a subway tunnel. As they moved through a dark hallway, zombies suddenly attacked, but luckily, no one got hurt. When they were close to getting outside, they saw the Elvis zombie ordering other zombies around. At that time, Langford warned them that if Elvis caught them, they'd never escape the quarantine zone. But Sarge said they needed stronger proof to convince the government about how dangerous Elvis really was. At first, Langford didn't want to help because he was scared of getting caught. But after Sarge promised they could make it out, Langford agreed to take him to the top floor to get clearer footage of Elvis's activities. When they reached the top, they were shocked to see the huge zombie army that Elvis had gathered, and it wasn't just a few, but tens of thousands of zombies. Unfortunately, the zombies figured out where they were, and Sarge and the others had to run. Sadly, Langford couldn't escape, and the zombies outside the fence caught him. There, Sarge realized they couldn't fight through the huge number of zombies waiting for them outside. So, he decided they should head back to Langford's hideout and look for another way out. Unfortunately, as they passed through the laboratory, they were suddenly attacked by more zombies. In the chaos, Rose was thrown out of the building, while Jimmy tried to film Sarge's last moments as he was overrun by the zombie horde. A few weeks later, a news presenter reported that the zombie army had broken out of the quarantine zone. This caused panic everywhere, as the zombies quickly took over the entire city. Due to the zombie army's attack, humanity was in serious danger, with over 80% of people now infected by the virus. However, Rose had managed to escape the quarantine zone and was now leading other soldiers to build a fortress to defend themselves from the zombies. They were also rescuing survivors, including a child who had lost both parents. Along with that, they were working on gathering scientists to create a vaccine to stop the zombie virus from spreading.